When Nissan finally revamped the Frontier in 2022, expectations were high. The redesign included a more powerful 3,870cc V6 engine, boasting 310 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. The cabin received a much-needed update, incorporating modern technology, an upgraded infotainment system, and more comfortable seating. Dealerships tried to revive interest with aggressive discounts, cashback offers exceeding $5,000, 0% financing, extended warranties, and even free maintenance packages. Yet despite these efforts, the truck-buying public remained skeptical. After a decade of neglect, the new Frontier felt like too little, too late. Staying the same for too long is one problem, but reinventing yourself after years of stagnation can be even more damaging, especially when buyers have already moved on. And while the Frontier struggled to recapture its lost momentum, the next truck on our list faced a completely different dilemma: overhauling too much, too fast. Ram Classic. It was the go-to truck for those needing a reliable workhorse without the frills. Known for its sturdy build and affordable price, it earned a reputation as a practical, hard-working vehicle. Drivers appreciated its straightforward engineering and ability to handle tough job sites and long trips. The Classic was the epitome of a no-fuss, dependable full-size pickup, perfect for those who valued function over flash. However, everything changed when Ram introduced a redesigned model in 2019. The plan was for the Classic to fade away, but Ram kept it in production as a budget-friendly alternative. Initially, this strategy made sense. Why not offer a proven model at a discount? But as the automotive world moved forward, the Classic stayed stuck in the past. While competitors embraced modern features and tech-filled cabins, the Classic remained outdated. Its interior, filled with hard plastics and small screens, looked antiquated compared to rivals like the Ford F-150 and Chevrolet Silverado. Despite its decent engine options, a 3,650cc V6 with 305 horsepower, or a 5,700cc V8 with 395 horsepower, the Classic's dated design made it feel less appealing. Buyers increasingly saw it as a relic clinging to the showroom floor despite the industry's rapid evolution. Dealerships are now flooded with unsold Ram Classics, offered at steep discounts, often over $5,000 off, 0% financing, and service perks. But while the Ram Classic held on too long, the next truck failed by overpromising on the future. Ford F-150 Lightning. When Ford unveiled the F-150 Lightning, it was more than just a new truck. It was a bold statement. An all-electric pickup that promised to blend the rugged heritage of America's favorite truck with the future of electric vehicle technology. The specs were jaw-dropping. Up to 580 horsepower, 775 pound-feet of torque and acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds. It was one of the most powerful F-150 models ever built. Add to that a towing capacity of up to 10,000 pounds, and it seemed like Ford had crafted the perfect blend of power and innovation. The excitement quickly faded once the Lightning hit the real world. The most glaring issue: range. The Ranger is stuck between two better-defined options. Sometimes being caught in the middle means being overlooked entirely. But if the Ranger's identity crisis left it in limbo, the next truck on our list faced an even harsher reality, being outclassed by its own competition, the Toyota Tundra. For many years it built a solid reputation on its straightforward, no-nonsense performance driven by a robust V8 engine known for delivering reliable power and lasting durability. This consistency made it a favorite among truck owners who needed a dependable workhorse without the complexities seen in newer models. The Tundra became the go-to choice for those who valued straightforward engineering and Toyota's legendary reliability. A practical, hard-working pickup with a loyal following. However, everything changed with the introduction of the new generation Tundra in the year 2022. Toyota made a bold move by replacing the naturally aspirated V8 engine with a twin-turbocharged hybrid V6 engine, displacing 3,445 cc. This new powertrain boasts 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque. On paper, the hybrid setup seemed innovative, aligning with the industry's push for better fuel efficiency, yet the reality was far different when it hit the market. Traditional Tundra fans were put off by the shift. The complexity of the hybrid system raised concerns about long-term maintenance and repair costs. The audience that once praised the Tundra for its rugged simplicity found the new model unnecessarily complicated. The transition from a durable, utilitarian workhorse to a more tech-driven truck didn't just add complexity, it also significantly raised the price. Longtime Tundra owners who once saw it as an affordable, reliable option were now facing sticker shock. Switching it up was risky, but being too niche can be just as problematic. And while the Tundra struggled to balance tradition and innovation, the next truck on our list couldn't seem to pick a side Jeep Gladiator. Bold ambitions met rugged reality when Jeep introduced the Gladiator, marketed as the ultimate hybrid, a pickup truck with the off-road spirit of a Jeep Wrangler. The Gladiator aimed to combine adventure with utility. The concept was simple. Take the legendary off-road capability of the Wrangler, add a truck bed, and create a vehicle that could tackle trails while hauling gear for thrill seekers. Truck lots are overflowing, sales have stalled, and dealers are in full-blown panic mode. They're slashing prices, throwing in upgrades, and practically begging buyers to take these trucks off their hands. But why are some of the most recognizable pickup names suddenly gathering dust on the lot? Today we're diving into the 14 pickup trucks that dealerships are desperately trying to move, even with massive discounts. If you're truck shopping in 2025, you'll want to hear this because these are the trucks that might seem like a great deal, but could leave you with buyer's remorse. Comfort, innovation, and versatility. These were the selling points that Honda hoped would set the Ridgeline apart from traditional pickups. Positioned as the smooth-riding alternative, the Ridgeline aimed to appeal to urban drivers and those who wanted a blend of daily comfort and light-duty hauling. It featured car-like handling, a spacious cabin, and clever touches like a dual-action tailgate and in-bed trunk. Unlike the rugged body-on-frame construction typical of most trucks, the Ridgeline's unibody design offered a more refined ride and better aerodynamics, making it feel more like a sport utility vehicle than a workhorse. But that was also its downfall. Traditional truck buyers who value toughness, off-road capability, and robust towing power saw the Ridgeline as an outlier. The unibody structure, while comfortable, lacked the ruggedness associated with trucks meant to withstand harsh conditions and heavy loads. Instead of feeling like a dependable workhorse, it came across as a crossover with a truck bed, alienating buyers who wanted a no-nonsense, durable machine. Power was another sticking point. The Ridgeline's 3,500cc V6 engine delivers 280 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. Adequate for a light-duty vehicle but unimpressive compared to rivals like the Ford F-150 or Chevrolet Silverado. Critics labeled it the truck for people who do not actually like trucks. This perception made it hard to move inventory, forcing dealerships to offer 0% financing, extended maintenance plans, and accessory bundles to entice buyers. And while the Ridgeline struggled with perception, the next truck on our list faced an entirely different challenge, getting out of the mud. Nissan Titan. It was supposed to be Nissan's answer to American truck dominance, a bold, full-size pickup designed to take on the heavy hitters from Ford, Chevrolet, and Ram. The Nissan Titan aimed to break through with its blend of power, reliability, and affordability, offering a no-nonsense alternative to the high-priced domestic models. From the outset, it looked promising, an imposing stance, a powerful engine, and a reputation for durability. Under the hood, the Titan delivered on its promise of power. It packed a 5,600cc V8 engine, pushing out 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. These numbers put it in the same league as some of its biggest rivals, and the truck's rugged frame made it capable of handling tough jobs and demanding terrain. Nissan marketed it as a no-frills, hard-working vehicle, a truck for those who needed power without the premium price tag. On paper, the Titan was set to become a formidable contender aimed at practical buyers who valued strength over luxury. But despite its impressive specs, the Titan's journey took a dramatic turn in 2023 when Nissan announced it would discontinue the model. The decision sent shockwaves through the truck community, raising immediate concerns about the future of parts, service, and resale value. Buyers who once saw the Titan as a dependable workhorse now hesitated, unsure whether they'd be stuck with an orphaned vehicle. The announcement alone was enough to sink consumer confidence, and soon dealerships found themselves with unsold Titans piling up on lots. And while the Titan faded from relevance, the next truck on our list managed to stay in production yet somehow struggled even more to meet modern expectations. If you're finding this breakdown useful and want more insights like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We put in the time to research the data and bring you the most up-to-date info on which trucks are worth your money and which ones you should avoid. GMC Canyon. Reimagining the mid-size truck, that was GMC's ambitious goal when they introduced the Canyon. Unlike its rugged counterparts, the Canyon was marketed as a stylish and luxurious alternative, appealing to drivers who wanted both capability and comfort. Its turbocharged four-cylinder engine, displacing 2,700 cc, produced an impressive 310 horsepower and 430 lb-ft of torque. Those numbers placed it within striking distance of some full-size pickups, making it appear like a powerhouse in the mid-size segment. The interior featured upgraded materials, advanced safety tech, and a smoother ride compared to traditional trucks. GMC's vision was clear: to create a premium mid-size truck that didn't compromise on power or refinement. That vision hit a major roadblock when buyers started noticing the truth beneath the flashy exterior. Despite the Canyon's upscale image, it shares nearly all of its core components with the Chevrolet Colorado, which costs significantly less. Strip away the chrome accents and upgraded cabin, and what remains is a truck almost identical to its more affordable sibling. The problem only worsened as dealerships found themselves stuck with unsold inventory. To lure buyers, GMC dealers slashed prices, offering up to $5,000 in discounts and bundling accessories like bedliners and upgraded infotainment systems. Some regions even saw extended financing offers and maintenance packages thrown into the mix. However, none of these efforts could mask the fundamental issue: the Canyon's perceived lack of value compared to its Chevy counterpart. But while the Canyon's luxury gamble didn't work, the next truck on our list took a completely different approach, and failed just as hard. For years, the Nissan Frontier carved out a reputation as a no-nonsense workhorse. It was the truck you could count on: simple, rugged, and reliable. Practical buyers loved it for its straightforward design and dependable performance. It wasn't flashy or loaded with unnecessary features, but it got the job done, whether hauling tools to a job site or tackling long road trips. But then, Nissan made a critical mistake: they did nothing. While competitors like the Ford Ranger, Toyota Tacoma, and Chevrolet Colorado evolved with fresh designs, improved powertrains, and cutting-edge features, the Frontier remained stuck in time. For over a decade it stayed virtually unchanged, becoming a relic in a market where innovation was the new standard. On paper, the Gladiator had everything an off-road enthusiast could want. It featured solid axles, impressive ground clearance, and the signature Jeep touch of removable doors and roof. Power came from a robust 3,650 cc V-shaped six-cylinder engine pushing out 285 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Jeep also offered a diesel variant for those prioritizing torque and fuel efficiency. Its towing capacity reached 7,650 pounds, outperforming many mid-size competitors. The promise of blending Jeep's trail-ready grit with pickup functionality attracted plenty of initial interest. But reality hit hard once buyers took the Gladiator beyond the trails and into everyday life. The rugged design that worked wonders off-road made it cumbersome on city streets. Steering was vague, the suspension felt jittery, and the cabin noise was uncomfortably loud. Highway driving was particularly taxing, turning daily commutes into a battle against its rough handling. While perfect for a weekend off-road adventure, it struggled to fit into the daily routines of most truck owners. While the Gladiator struggled by leaning too far into ruggedness, the next truck on our list tried to wow with luxury and failed just as spectacularly: GMC Sierra 1500. Marketed as the premium sibling to the Chevrolet Silverado 1500, the GMC Sierra 1500 was designed to blend full-size truck power with upscale features and refined comfort. On the surface, it seemed like the perfect combination of rugged utility and sophistication. Aggressive styling, bold branding, and chrome accents gave it a distinct luxury-oriented appeal. Under the hood, the Sierra offered a range of robust engines, including a V-shaped 8-cylinder and a turbocharged inline 4-cylinder, ensuring ample power for towing and hauling. Inside, GMC promised a more refined experience compared to the Silverado, boasting higher quality materials, a quieter cabin, and more advanced infotainment options. It wasn't just a work truck, it was a statement of style and capability. The Sierra was aimed at buyers who wanted a vehicle that could transition effortlessly from the job site to a night out, offering both utility and sophistication without compromise. However, buyers soon realized that the premium branding didn't translate into substantial differences. Despite its upscale positioning, the Sierra 1500 shared almost everything mechanically with the Chevrolet Silverado 1500. Both trucks featured the same chassis, engine choices, towing capacity, and similar overall designs. The differences, like extra chrome accents, slightly nicer interior materials, and minor soundproofing enhancements, were too minor to justify the significantly higher price. Customers began to feel that they were essentially paying thousands more for cosmetic upgrades and a different badge on the grille. When paying for a badge doesn't make sense, buyers naturally seek better value elsewhere. And while the Sierra 1500 struggled with its premium identity, the next truck on our list faced a different issue, promising too much and delivering too little: Chevrolet Silverado 2500 Heavy Duty. Built to dominate the toughest jobs, the Chevrolet Silverado 2500 Heavy Duty stands as a powerhouse in the world of pickup trucks. Known for its brute strength and rugged construction, this truck is a staple on work sites and in commercial fleets where heavy towing and hauling are daily demands. Equipped with an available 6,600cc V8 turbo diesel engine, it delivers an astonishing 910 pound-feet of torque and 445 horsepower. This sheer power allows it to tow up to 18,500 pounds when properly equipped, making it an unmatched force on the road. However, despite its undeniable muscle, the Silverado 2500 Heavy Duty is gathering dust on dealership lots across the country. The issue? Changing buyer preferences and the economic realities of owning such a powerhouse in a market increasingly focused on versatility and everyday usability. The Silverado 2500 Heavy Duty feels almost like an oversized relic. While it unquestionably excels at towing trailers and hauling bulk loads, most buyers simply don't need this level of power on a daily basis. Another critical factor is cost. With a starting price that easily hits the mid-$50,000 range and fully loaded models exceeding $70,000, the Silverado 2500 Heavy Duty is out of reach for many consumers. Rising diesel fuel prices and the increased maintenance costs associated with heavy-duty components further discourage potential buyers. When muscle and mind are no longer the main selling points, the next truck on our list proves that being practical can sometimes be just as challenging: Toyota Tacoma. Marketed as the ultimate mid-size truck for thrill-seekers, it is engineered to dominate rugged trails and harsh terrains. At its core, the Tacoma TRD boasts a 3,500cc V6 engine that pumps out 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. Its specialized off-road suspension system, skid plates, electronic locking rear differential, and multi-terrain select modes make it a formidable force on rocky paths and steep inclines. For those who love the call of the wild, this truck has become synonymous with durability and rugged charm. However, despite its off-road prowess, the Toyota Tacoma TRD is facing an unexpected problem. It is simply too expensive. Priced significantly higher than other mid-size trucks on the market, the TRD trim can easily exceed $50,000 when fully loaded. This has created a stark dilemma for potential buyers, especially when rivals like the Ford Ranger Tremor and Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 offer similar off-road capabilities at a much lower cost. The financial burden does not stop at the initial purchase price. Maintenance and repairs for the specialized off-road components also tend to be more expensive than standard trims. Additionally, while the Tacoma's ruggedness is legendary, the interior often feels outdated compared to newer models from competitors. While the Toyota Tacoma TRD undoubtedly excels off the beaten path, it struggles to maintain its appeal when measured against practical everyday use and economic considerations. As adventurous as it may be, the truck's niche focus and high cost are pushing buyers to consider more balanced alternatives. When niche meets high cost, even the most devoted off-road lovers hesitate. Ford Ranger Raptor. Hyped as the compact off-road sibling of the legendary Ford F-150 Raptor, the Ford Ranger Raptor entered the market with sky-high expectations. It was marketed as the ultimate adventure truck, offering the rugged performance of the Raptor name without the bulk of a full-size pickup. Ford promised a nimble, powerful package combining Raptor-grade toughness with the practicality of a mid-sized truck. Enthusiasts were thrilled at the idea, anticipating a game-changer that would dominate trails while being manageable enough for everyday use. However, reality didn't quite match the hype. Despite its rugged look and durable build, the Ranger Raptor's powertrain left fans underwhelmed. Ford chose a turbocharged inline four-cylinder engine delivering around 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. While respectable for a mid-size truck, it fell drastically short of the standard set by the Raptor name. In contrast, the Ford F-150 Raptor packs a twin-turbocharged V6 engine with approximately 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. This disparity in power made the Ranger Raptor feel like a lightweight trying to wear a heavyweight's belt. Compounding the issue was the price. The Ranger Raptor's premium positioning meant it cost significantly more than the standard Ranger and rival off-road mid-size trucks. Buyers couldn't reconcile paying such a high price when the performance didn't live up to the Raptor legacy. Many expected at least an optional V6 engine to better match the aggressive branding, but it never materialized. Trying to live up to a legacy is tough, especially when your own sibling sets the bar impossibly high. The Ford Ranger Raptor continues to grapple with its identity crisis, struggling to convince buyers that it truly belongs in the Raptor family. So, are these truck deals worth it, or just a flashy way to move outdated models? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the truck market, hit that subscribe button to stay updated on automotive trends, deals, and industry shakeup.